Hey everybody, welcome back to this Let's Play of Final Fantasy III for the PlayStation Portable. I am Drak. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, so last time on the Final Fantasy Let's Play, we liberated the Fire Crystal. We've got a bunch of new job classes now, but as we were walking out of the Dwarven Hollows, somebody from the town of Tokul said that the town is under attack again, so we are on our way back to see what's going on, while getting attacked as much as possible, because, you know, Final Fantasy and random encounters. So now we've gotten 2 crystals down, we have another 2 crystals to go, so we need to figure out where the other ones are. But in the meantime, there was also, the villager mentioned a person named Hein, so we also have to find out what's going on with this Hein character. And we are there at Tokul, except for the fact that we keep getting attacked. Holy crap, man. I don't plan this stuff out. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into Tokul and see what happened. Loading. You can't move. Okay, well, I didn't... What's going on? What is the meaning of this? Arg, blarg. Get them! Take them away to Castle Hein. They'll make good slaves. Alright, well, apparently Hein is a castle. Or maybe he's the lord of the castle. We don't know. And we're being taken to Castle Hein. This is not a bad thing. No, not at all. Oh, where are we? Apparently inside the biggest tree ever. Fern Gully, maybe? We're inside Fern Gully! Oh, no! We have been imprisoned. Let us investigate the vicinity. If we've been in prison, don't you think we're just in a cell? This castle is the Elder Tree of the Living Woods. Hein put a curse on it and carved tunnels and rooms inside its trunk. How unenvironmentalist of it. Alright. And, of course, you would think that this is just a cell, but no, we can walk into the other cells. And look, here's a king. There's not really anything we can do to the cell door, so let's go talk to this king guy and see what's going on. I am King Argus. I rule over the lands north of the desert. Ah, the king of Castle Argus! That is to say, the king of an empty kingdom, now that Hein has cursed my soldiers into doing his bidding. Ah, okay, well, curses happen. I had my trust in him. His betrayal cannot be forgiven. Sorry, all this nature's acting up my allergies. My lord, are you alright? No, you're White Mage, heal me! I am fine, thank you, but I must ask you to do something for me. You must defeat Hein. Done and done. It's not like we haven't been asked to do that kind of thing before. So here's our new objective. We're supposed to go through Castle Hein and take care of Hein. Hein was corrupted by darkness and obtained a great power from it, and still he hungers for more. Alright, well, that sucks. And here's an open door. Yeah, this is a really great prison, Hein. I gotta tell you, your prison design is just freaking awesome. Ah, here's somebody who's looking like he's dead. Use this to shrink yourselves. Oh no, we have more mini stuff to do. Actually, it's not a bad thing. Plus, we get this pod if we actually decided to level in here. I do not, because I'm overly prepared. If only we could pass through this hole. You know, like we've done a dozen times with Minnie. Ark is kind of dumbfounded like we are. It's too small. We wouldn't be able to get through unless we shrunk ourselves. Ark, we've done that a couple of times now. So let's go ahead and do it. Because why not? Okay, so let's go ahead and use Mini on all party members, and we are good. Now to walk through. Now, we don't need to keep Mini on after we walk through, so that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Kind of bothers me. I really wish it didn't use a charge if it was gameplay-oriented, but oh well. So yes, welcome to Castle Hein, everybody. This is the next dungeon that we have to go through. And right now I'm just kind of looking around for chests. I think there are a couple of good rewards in here. We got a holy arrow. That'll be interesting. That'll be good to use at some point. And I think there is another chest up here. Yep, couple. So we've got a Phoenix down, and we've got another Phoenix down. And Phoenix downs are not easy to get, so that's a good thing. And of course, a whole new slew of enemies. Some of them actually look pretty cool, like this demon guy. I like it. Looks like a ghost kind of thing. There we go. So this will take us to the next floor. Whee! So this is the part of the episode where I would actually be talking about games that I've been currently playing, because people do ask me about that. I actually haven't been able to play a lot of the targeted games that I have. Things have gotten kind of busy on my end. I have been able to, I actually got also kind of a craze to get off the console games for a while, and decided to go dig out a PC game or two to play. So let me kind of go into that. First of all, if people have not known from my other LPs, I am a big Blizzard fan, and so I actually decided, because I hadn't finished it, to go finish the second expansion for StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm. At one point, I actually got like halfway through the game and liked it, but never went back to it. So I decided, just for the heck of it, because I couldn't remember enough of the story, restart it and see what it was about. And I basically, in a couple of days, was able to go through the expansion. I liked it. Aside from a couple of, Blizzard similarities and characters, I did like the story of Sarah Kerrigan and her pursuits in the game. I also thought it is both dark enough as well as light enough at the end to prepare things for the third expansion, Legacy of the Void, which hopefully, let's see, it's September right now, so BlizzCon's like in 2 months. So hopefully we'll be able to see that third expansion, because that's one I'm excited for. It's going to be the Protoss expansion, and I'm a big Protoss fan. I've been playing Protoss since the original StarCraft, and love that race. And especially, it's kind of like the Klingons of the universe of StarCraft, so I like that kind of aesthetic. Although this time around, like where I hated the Terrans in the first StarCraft, I like them in this game. It not just because Transformers, you can make those jokes, but actually just because of the story with Jim Raynor. It's really compelling. Now, people might be wondering what I'm doing right now. I actually am preparing for the Hein boss fight. And if you remember, the guy who was dying at the Dwarven Hollows actually left a very crucial hint, where he basically said that a scholar would be able to take him down. You'll see in a little bit, because I'll explain it, but I'm just going to go ahead and change Luneth now to a scholar, and let him be kind of my safeguard in that boss fight. And oh, look, we're outside the tree, so this is awesome. Again, I like the 3D aesthetics of this game, because it really does help. Oh, look, mummies! Because mummies are scary, right? Right? Please tell me you're right. No. Okay, so here's the next chest. We've got a Phoenix down. That's helpful. And even deeper into Castle Hein we go. And I think at this point I'm just kind of looking at a map to make sure I'm going the right way. An elixir. These are also very rare, so we'll be piling up those for the final battle, as usual. And here we go. I think this is Hein's room. Oh, is it? Maybe it is not. Oh, maybe I went the wrong way. Oh, there's a chest. That's why. Ah, and this would be a Lamia Queen. Wait, it's a trap, Luneth! It's a trap! Yes, if people can remember Lamia Queens or Lamia Queens from the last game, where they tried to seduce Furion. Because, why not? Okay, yes, this is Hein's room. We just barely got the rune bow, so let's go ahead and start this thing. After I kind of review the Hein fight. The Hein fight's actually kind of complicated. I was kind of surprised. when I first played this, to see how complicated this fight is given where we're at in the game. And I have no charges. Aw, poor Luneth. There is no casting mini or anything else. So yeah, just to kind of wrap that up, I mean, I did like the Terrans in StarCraft 2. I especially like the story that is being kind of told. It's kind of like a point-and-click adventure type story, and I always appreciate that, just because it's a really great way to tell a story, especially a story as, not convoluted, but as in-depth as StarCraft goes. And a lot of the twists that they did for Heart of the Swarm, just to kind of give that in-depth concept of the Zerg race, I thought was really, really well done. And so I recommend it wholeheartedly to people. Obviously start off with Wings of Liberty. It's got a lot of the humor elements of a Blizzard game. And that's actually kind of the interesting part of Heart of the Swarm. It doesn't really have a whole lot of humor. It's very serious. Whereas the Terran campaign had a lot of humor. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe the Protoss expansion, Legacy of the Void, will have any humor in it. I don't think it will. Just because the Protoss are very honor-based. And yeah, I'm kind of switching back and forth. I'm like, do I really want a Scholar? This is going to kind of drain me. We're going to go with it, though. Okay, so Hein is the end here. Ooh, he looks all scary. The power of darkness is a thing of beauty, a black tapestry of chaos. A tapestry on which I shall paint an all-encompassing nocturne. This is a very over-the-top villain, as you can tell. With this fortress, Argus's soldiers, and the power of darkness, I will rule the world! Aha. Time to die! Alright, so this is the Hein fight. The difference in this is why you need a Scholar, is because Scholar is like the scanning class of the job classes, and this guy likes to change his magical weakness every round. So, we're going to use the Scholar each time to at least get a guess of what his weakness is, and see if maybe we can get some extra damage each time. And there you go, that's the ability, Barrier Shift. So he can literally change his elemental weakness. But if we use the Study ability, we get a scan. So weakness is fire right now. So basically now it's just kind of a race against time before he does another Barrier Shift. At that point, the fire damage that I'm going to be dealing out right now is not going to do that much. And I'm also just going to keep up on the healing. We're going to have Luneth and Ingus do a little bit of item damage, if that's even going to be possible, because Barrier Shift happens pretty quick. So now our damage is not going to be that high. So let's see, we got Cure coming in for just Arc. So we got to get a Cure over to Arethia. This is probably not going to do that much. 200, that's not bad. Fyra, that'll probably do a little bit better. Not really. And another bomb fragment. So, this is not a good round. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, bad Ingus. That made me cry a little bit inside. And I think we're just going to have Ingus attack, because then we have some constant damage. Those items are not going to do well in his hands. Barrier Shift. Smack. Alright, Study again. And now we have a lightning weakness. Well, at least it's 100 each round. Okay, so we're going to try and take advantage of this and see if we can get some extra damage in. I'll admit, I do like the music of boss fights in this game. Okay, so hopefully we get in before the Barrier Shift. Otherwise, it's not going to be that much damage. And Zeus's Wrath got in. Cool. 800. That's a difference, and dang it, the barrier shift. So Thundara is going to fall short, and ooh, that was a bad critical. Refia is healing herself next turn. 300, that's not horrible. And that was... Ingus, come on! Oh my gosh! Guard. Study. Who knows how long this is going to stick, but fire! Kira. And I let Arc guard, but this guy's going to barrier shift, I think. Oh no, he's going to cast poison on Luneth. That sucks. Well, there you go. So, he didn't change, so he still has the fire weakness. I hate to say it, but we gotta keep him going. So, Fire, and then probably a Kira on the party. And then, yeah, now we'll have Ingus. Since he's doing the less damage, we're just gonna have him heal Luneth. 800, Fire, come on! Boom! 1100, that's way better. Barrier shift. That's a lot of damage in one round. And oh, down goes Luneth. And remember, guys, Phoenix Downs are kind of in short supply, so we got to get him back up. And the antidote was wasted, but that's okay. At least I can purchase those. At this point, I really don't have much of a choice. I've got to take Arc and have him bring back up Luneth. He's my ace in the hole, so to speak. And then Arrow. He's probably never going to have a wind weakness, but that's okay. Then we'll get a high potion on Luneth. Because items do get priority in the rounds, if they're healing items. That's a good thing that Square Enix put in. 66, barrier shift. Okay, well, we aren't going to get any damage this round. Oh, yes, and one of the advantages of the Knight is that he will defend anybody who's low on health. So that's a really good thing for a meat shield like Ingus to have. See, there's a reason I made him a Knight. Yeah, that was not worth it at all. So study, guard, just cure, and then have Ingus attack. What are we going to get before he barrier shifts again? Because we're probably getting really low on his health at this point. Smack! Eh. Oh, wow. No barrier shift, so... Fire! Fire! Oh, man, my Beavis impression has gone away over the years. Okay, go ahead and get a Cura over to Ingus. And hopefully he doesn't... No! Barrier shift! Ah! Smack. Ouch. So here's another Cura going out to Ingus. And we're going to use our bomb fragments and all that. Hopefully this is going to do something. 200. Ooh, yes! And that's the win! Totally awesome. So that's the Hein fight. Yeah, it's really complicated considering how far into the game we are, but I appreciated the difficulty. So, but if people were getting used to Scholar, almost hipster-looking Luneth, no, I'm going back to overpowered Monk. Ugh. Oh no, the tree is starting to stop growing! Whoa, an earthquake? Thank you, Warriors of the Light. Who's this talking in our heads? The wolves, they speak! Nope, you're just going crazy, Ingus. Okay, they're all going crazy. I am the Elder Tree of the Living Woods. Hein had put a curse on me to do his bidding. But you have freed me from his bonds. Thank you again, Warriors of the Light. I will now free the people held captive within me, and return them to where they belong. Then I will go back to the living woods once again. Cool. Please don't eat us. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Now it is time to return. I am back where I belong. Thank you for your help, young ones. Wow. You've really shrunk. Here, take this. Use it when the power of darkness stands in your way. Okay.
You've served the living woods. Thank you.
Yes, I'm being dinky with a fairy. Fang of the Wind. This is actually an essential item that we need to further our quest for the crystals, so that's very helpful. I will now sleep until the wounds that Hein inflicted upon me heal themselves. For 1,000 years I shall sleep, and none shall be able to enter these woods until I awaken. Bummer. Young ones, it is no consequence that this floating continent was born 1,000 years ago, when the darkness engulfed the world. News to us. And that you have been chosen to become the Warriors of Light 1,000 years later. So you're technically saying these kids are 1,000 years old? Young ones, you must leave this floating continent. And go to the world of darkness, the surface world. The surface world? What a twist! I'll go into it later. You must make haste. If you do not go now, it will be 1,000 years until you may go again. So they'd be 2,000 years old? Goodbye!
Goodbye and good luck.
Alright, so a big revelation here. So this overworld that we've been on is what's called the floating continent. At this point, we actually are standing on a floating continent, and then the surface world has been engulfed by darkness. So now the goal here is, obviously, if this is a floating continent and we're done here, then the other two crystals are on the surface world, engulfed in darkness. So we must go free them from their darkness, since we are the Warriors of Light, and that's what we do. So when I saw this for the first time, I actually thought this was a really good twist in the plot. I still kind of do. It still holds. But yes, we're done with the surface, with the floating continent, and now we get to go to free the other crystals on the surface world. We're not going to worry about any enemies, though. So now that we have the Fang of Wind, this is actually going to help us to do just that. Now we can get out of the floating continent and go to the surface world. But before we do that, we do also need to go back to Argus, because we freed everybody from Castle Hein. So let's go ahead and go talk to the people of Argus and see if maybe we can get some nice gifts for the fact that we freed them from the giant tree. Because, you know, that'd be the nice thing to do, right? I think so. So let's go ahead and visit Castle Argus. And like I said before, you can visit Castle Argus before now, but it's empty. Just because all the people have been captured by Hein. So now we are at Castle Argus, and let's go and talk to the king really quick and see if he's willing to reward us. Because we did the right thing. Of course it's a big castle. Because that's supposed to happen in a 3D game. Oh, here we go, and there is the king. So let's go talk to him really quick. Thank you, young ones. Your brave actions have brought peace to our kingdom once again. You're welcome. Here, take this with you. Okay. It is the August family heirloom, the Wheel of Time, a box created by the powerful ancients. Bring it to Sid in Canaan. Oh, I was gonna say, is it a book series? I only bring that up because This must be what Sid needs to build another airship. We'll be able to go to the surface world. Yeah, remember guys, we don't have an airship right now. Because we broke it on a rock. So you have already met Sid. Then you know what you must do. Go forth, warriors of the light. King Argus gives you the Wheel of Time. Although the rights were not properly given by the Robert Jordan estate, and therefore he couldn't do that. I kid. I only know that because my brother's actually like a really big fan of the Wheel of Time series, and I've tried it a couple times, but I've never gotten into it as much as he has. But that's going to go ahead and be it for this week. So next time, we're going to go meet up with Sid and get an airship up and running again so that we can leave for the surface world. In the meantime, I am Drak, and this has been a Let's Play of Final Fantasy III for the PlayStation Portable. See you then.